Hey, this is John Carlos, and I am here with a look at the Star Wars Black Series helmet of Boba Fett from The Empire Strikes Back. Right on top we have the rangefinder. And then tucked in on top we have the instructions. This off, unscrew that, put in one AAA battery, reattach that bottom piece, and then attach the top section of the rangefinder to the side. The plastic actually gives a little bit, so you might want to actually kind of support it a bit on the other side. So once you've got it assembled, press this button right here and that will drop the rangefinder. Like so, and you get a little bit of a lighting effect. Now this is very thin plastic, so one thing I can see happening is if you do this over and over, you could damage the plastic over time. It's a very thin basic plastic, so one thing I recommend, if you plan on pushing this a lot, and I personally don't, I'm just going to be displaying it like this, but if you are going to be playing with this little feature, I recommend bringing it down yourself so there is less bounce. Now another nifty thing about the rangefinder is this little section slides off and you get a little bit of a light up feature in there. Of course my camera light is probably washing out just how much it lights up against that little plastic clear screen, but you can't see the little light source right there. It's kind of hard to show you guys the inside of the helmet at the right angle, but you can see right there, there's the rangefinder as you would see it through the right side of like the little eyepiece. Now one little thing that's nice about this helmet is there's some details on the inside of the helmet that I was not really expecting or needing. I'm never really going to be checking out and looking at the inside of this helmet. Especially if you're wearing it, you won't be able to see any of these details, but it's nice that they included them. It gives it a little extra touch. Also, these little pads on the back of the head are nice looking and also are functional, and that's nice. Speaking of functional, you've got the headgear on the inside, which is a really great inclusion. If you've ever worn a helmet without headgear inside, you'll know that if you turn your head to the right, the helmet may not follow because it's just resting on your greasy head. So including the headgear in there is great. There are two ways to adjust it. There is something for raising and lowering, and then also for widening the width of it for larger heads or for little kiddos, so that's nice. I have a very large head, so I've adjusted the headgear inside the helmet to fit my head, and still the helmet's not a great fit. Like, you'll see my chin sticking out of the bottom of the helmet. Also, this doesn't fully come down and meet my eyes. My eyes are down here, instead of me looking out of this little view screen here. Now, I just want to go over some of the details of this before we wrap this up, because I'm going to be using this as a display piece. I'm not really going to be wearing this and running around the house going pew pew pew. For having it on the shelf, this looks really, really great. I think there's a lot of nice details in this paint job, considering that it's plastic. Considering that this is not some high-end private company's replica. This isn't like a Novos or any of these other companies that are kind of coming up and doing expensive replicas for $300 or whatnot. But for plastic, this is good stuff. For Hasbro, this is really, really great stuff. It looks outstanding on the tabletop. The use of not just the basic colors, but the different uses of dark grays, of kind of mid grays and silvers, and the way they've layered them on top of each other really does create a paint that's been shipped with metal underneath effect very, very well. Again, you're not going to be fooling anyone when you get this up close. You're going to be able to tell that this is plastic, and you're going to be able to tell that it's a paint job. But it's good paint work, especially for Hasbro. I think this is like one of the best things I've seen Hasbro make from the Black Series so far. I've seen a few other helmets in person. I don't own them, but you know, I've seen Bo-Katan, I've seen Din Djarin's, you know, I've seen the upcoming Vader one that comes apart in pieces. That looks great. I'm really excited for that one. This is a nice piece. You put this on the tabletop, you put this on the shelf. I think it looks really, really good from far away, and up close, you're not fooling anyone. It's plastic. It's an expensive toy. It's made by Hasbro. But I think it's really, really good work. The dent in here in particular looks really, really nice. I am thrilled to have something that looks this good on the shelf, you know, within like the low $100 price range. I think that's great. Kudos to Hasbro for delivering, I think, a really solid product. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this helmet. If you want to be up to date with all my latest reviews, be sure to click subscribe.